Hi, this is Burns Hargis with another edition of Inside OSU, and I'm with our new Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Bob Sternberg. And we're going to sit down and have a little chat, Bob.
Sounds good.
This is Student Success Center. Let's just go on in here.
Okay.
Well, here I am with Bob Sternberg, as promised. Bob is our new Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost, and we welcome you to Oklahoma State University.
Thank you, Burns.
It is, it may be unclear to some what a provost exactly is. Can you share that with us?
Sure. The provost is the chief academic officer of the university. So my job is to ensure that we meet the highest academic standards possible for the university.
Now, your previous position was as Dean of Arts and Sciences at Tufts in Boston.
That's right.
And prior to that, you taught at Yale, I think.
That's correct.
What are your initial impressions now?
What really impresses me here is that people care about the place. You know, you can see their passion for the university. A lot of universities, people just work there, but here they live the university, and as they say, they bleed orange. Second impression is that people really care about each other. The people here are extremely nice. When we came, people have been going out of their way to be helpful, and in many parts of the country, it's quite the opposite. And the third thing is that people really care about their work. They really want to do a great job in their work. I think we have a great faculty. I think that they are working hard. They are leaders in their field. And most importantly, I think that almost all of them truly buy into the land-grant mission of this university.
Talk about the work academic work you've done through the years, not the positions you've held, but just what's been your focus?
Well, my focus is this, that when I was a kid, I did poorly on an IQ test. In the 1950s, they'd give you these group IQ tests every year. And for the first few years of school, my teachers thought I was dumb. I thought I was dumb. I acted like I was dumb. And then in fourth grade, I had a teacher, Mrs. Alexa, who for whatever reason saw something more in me. And in fourth grade, I became a high achiever. So I became very interested in how often tests can become self-fulfilling prophecies, and kids who have the potential to succeed are never given the chance, as almost happened to me. So my work has been first on intelligence, and the notion that tests like the ACT or the SAT only measure a small part of intelligence. They measure the memory and analytical skills. What they don't measure is creative skills, your skill in coming up with new good ideas. They don't measure practical skills, which is your common sense, how well you can get along in the world, get along with other people. And they don't measure wisdom, which is using your ideas for a common good.
What are going to be some of your initiatives to enable OSU to reach that level, that new level?
Right. The first thing I should say is that it's been my first month, and I think that a mistake in leadership is to go into a new job and then do your old job. So what I've been doing is listening to people so it's better to understand what their concerns are. My goal, however, is I believe that the purpose of a university in terms of developing students is to develop leaders who will make a positive, meaningful, and enduring difference to the world. So one of the things I'd like to see happen is that we increase our financial aid. Because I know from my own experience, I couldn't have gone to college if I didn't get a scholarship. And one of my parents, my father, wasn't even interested in my going to college. So we have to provide the financial aid so that kids who are qualified can come here and don't either not go to college or go to somewhere else. Another thing I'd like to see happen is that we provide the kind of academic support to all our students that right now we provide to students with so-called special needs. I think what's special here is that it's not just about, we don't go and advertise, that we're about ACTs and grades. or Mariscal's or whatever. What we're about is developing leaders who will make a difference. And I think that what I'd like to see is that we market ourselves so that someone could look at an ad for Oklahoma State and look at an ad for a competitor and say, Oklahoma State is the place I want to go because this is the place that's going to enable me to make the best difference to the world.
That's Inside OSU for this week. Tune in again. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Burns.